Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video we're gonna review a cheap action camera that I got from Amazon. Cameras like these are actually available on Amazon, eBay for very cheap. I got this for like $100, and I'm gonna compare it with the Hero 7 Black GoPro that I have with me. And I already recorded like some of the comparisons that I'm gonna do in this video, like full HD video test. I'm gonna do 4K video test. I'm gonna do Hypersmooth stabilization test. I'm gonna do audio test, like how the audio comes straight directly from your camera without using any external mic. So let's get started. So this is the action camera that I got from Amazon, and it doesn't matter which brand it is. There are lots of different brands available. This one is called Compark. And the build quality is really nice. It's really sturdy. It's really solid, I would say. And let me unpack it. The housing is pretty tight, I can tell that. And by the way, this is not a sponsored video. The reviews are solely based on my testing and my opinion. I'm not recommending any camera in my today's video. The camera, I can tell the camera is really heavy. I mean, it's heavier than the GoPro. I can when I hold it, I can tell it. Although the build quality is amazing. It's really sturdy and really solid. And the camera comes with two battery packs. I would say that's because in my testing I found out the battery on this camera drains out really fast. I used both the cameras for same duration of time for my testing. Although the battery level for my GoPro decreased like 20%, this one was like half already. So so maybe this is the reason it comes with two batteries. And yeah, this model actually already has a like front screen, like for your vlogs and all. Hero 7 Black doesn't have that, but it didn't stop me from testing those features. So I'm gonna share you the first sample of full HD video that I shot from GoPro as well as this cheap action camera. So as you can see from that sample, GoPro performed really well. What I didn't like about this cheap action camera is that the crop factor, the crop ratio, when you use the Hypersmooth feature, like the electronic stabilization feature of this action camera, the crop factor actually increases a lot, and that reduces the wide angle that you can capture with your GoPro. So GoPro wins very well in full HD test because the quality is amazing in GoPro. The crop factor, you can still shoot Hypersmooth as well as a wide angle in GoPro, whereas if you have electronic stabilization on in the cheap action camera, you won't be able to record in wide angle in the cheap action camera. So this one loses. Okay, the next testing I have is the Hypersmooth test, or also known as electronic stabilization in your cheap action camera. And the videos you're gonna see now is for the Hypersmooth test of both the cameras. Alright, so I hope you can easily tell although the cheap action camera did pretty well in the Hypersmooth, although it had a really bigger crop factor. GoPro did extremely well. I could tell from my testing that GoPro was the clear winner in both the cameras. However, it was not that bad on the cheap action camera, right? Alright, the third test I'm gonna show you now is a 4K test of both the cameras. And yeah, the limitation of the cheap action camera is it can only go up to 4K 30 FPS, whereas the GoPro can shoot in 4K 60 FPS, which is really great if you have like slow-mo, if you want to record slow-mo videos. Also, you can go up to 240 FPS when you record full HD videos on GoPro, whereas this cheap action camera only supported 60 FPS on full HD, so it didn't go as slow as GoPro can. Okay, so the videos now you're gonna see is for the 4K test of both the cameras. Alright, and I'm pretty sure that you can tell GoPro is a clear winner in the 4K testing also. You can see the colors and all, the contrast and all, that sample was actually shot in a twilight, on the evening time when the sun was going down, so it had a good amount of darkness as well as some beautiful skies and colors. So GoPro did really well in that testing. Alright, the next test you're gonna see is the audio test straight from your cameras without using any external mic and without any editing of the samples. And let me tell you, the biggest disappointment that I had with the cheap action camera, it does not support any external mic. So that's correct. That means you are stuck using the default audio of this this camera. Whereas in GoPro, you can actually get a GoPro adapter and use any kind of external mic on your camera, like Rode or any mic that you like. And now it's time for the samples of both the audio test. Hi guys, this is the audio test for GoPro as well as the other camera that I got, and the using any external microphone, and that is because the cheaper action camera, it doesn't allow me to use any external microphone if I even wanted to. So I'm just speaking directly into the camera, and there's some wind blowing here, not too much. So and it's quite peaceful here, so there's no background noise also. Let's see. I don't know what the camera sounds like right now. Hi guys, this is the audio test for GoPro as well as the other camera that I got, and the cameras are actually both the cameras are actually in my hand right now, and I'm not using any external microphone, and that is because the cheaper action camera, it doesn't allow me to use any external microphone if I even wanted to. So I'm just speaking directly into the camera, and there's some wind blowing here, not too much. So and it's quite peaceful here, so there's no background noise also. Let's see. I don't know what the camera sounds like right now, and I'm pretty sure you can see that audio of GoPro is far better as compared to the audio of your cheap action camera. So in all the testing, I found that GoPro is a clear winner, and this is why maybe it's really worth it, like $350-400 for your new cameras, whereas the cheap action cameras, they're like $100, but they do not provide you any that kind of quality of your quality of your video, of your audio, so it really lacks a lot of features. And interestingly, I can add another point. Although I could see GoPro was heating up a little during my testing, the cheap action camera did not heat at all. However, there are other lot of cons about the camera which I don't like and do not recommend this to anyone. Maybe you can only get this camera if you are really tight on your budget, but hey, you can still get a GoPro which is like a used and good condition from your different third-party used product selling websites and apps, right? So this is pretty much it from this video. The cheap action camera gets a thumbs down from me. I do not like it. I do not recommend it. So the camera definitely fails as compared to GoPro in my testing in my video today. And if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And you can also suggest me what other kind of testing you would like to see from me on this channel. Alright guys, and I'll see you in my next video.